Hey Jim, you know that month? That one where most of the people living in America are finishing up their Halloween candy and preparing for the various holidays in December, while also having a day dedicated to yelling at sports ball on TV and stuffing their face full of mashed potatoes, stuffing, rolls, and pie? Yes, that month. Let's make that one Diabetes Awareness Month. That's a great idea, right? I hate November. Not only does November start with me having high blood sugar all the time because of discount Halloween candy, it also has Diabetes Diagnosis Day as well as the Awareness Month and the whole Diabetes Day, which is November 14th. Hopefully I'll be posting this video on that day and I'm not late. And then there's Thanksgiving, full of so many carbs. And then there's all the stupid holidays in December and my birthday and all that crap. I hate this time of year. Plus it gets cold! Ugh, I hate the cold. Anything below 70 degrees is too cold. So anyway, because of my hatred for this time of the year, I usually get kind of depressed isn't the right word, but sad and lazy. Maybe that's right. But that's how I get around this time of year, so I usually get nothing done and I get into like an art block because of Inktober and then drawing every day for December. And then I usually don't do anything except gorge myself on sweets and Thanksgiving food this time of year. But I finally decided I need to do something. I have to do something. And here we are. I drew magical girls based around insulin. Because I couldn't think of anything better to do. So one of the girls is based around Humalog, one type of insulin. I've been on it for years. I kind of based her design around the color as well as Humalog's logo, which is just their company's name, Lily, in cursive. And I really could only figure out how to incorporate that by using the scrunchie in her hair. The other girl is based off of Novolog, so use that stupid bright orange, my least favorite color, as well as Nordisk's logo thing, which is a ox, I think. Some kind of horned animal. So I gave her horns. That seems like the obvious thing to do. And then both of them have the insulin pins. That's kind of like their magical girl wands. I was thinking of Sailor Moon, how they use the pins to transform. And then the center girl is based off of Omnipod and Dexcom. I know Dexcom is a CGM, but, you know, felt like I needed to get that in there. I'm really not sure how I feel about Omnipod at the moment, because I just got one less than a week ago. And I'm not sure if I like it better than using a pen or not. I guess we'll have to wait and see. And then I finally got a Dexcom a few months ago, and I definitely like it better. So we'll probably stay on it. Anyway, I also gave her... I was trying to decide what her magical item should be since the other two have the pins. So I decided to give her a catechus because it's one of my favorite things, even though it's a pain in the ass to draw. Her colors were kind of hard because Omnipod's main logo colors are also blue, and I didn't want to have two girls based around blue. So I went with Dexcom, which their colors is a weird bright green, and kind of did the Omnipod's logo thing, which is the little circle with the lines, and made it green. Oh, I don't know, man. And then both of them, the actual product, the CGM and pump, are both kind of a gray color. I kind of wish I had made her skirt green instead of gray, but at this point I'm too lazy to change it. I went with simple styles and coloring and just basic cell shading for them because I didn't really have the time, or I guess it's more accurate to say I didn't really feel like it, really. I didn't really feel like spending a lot of time making them look all fancy. There was air quotes there. Make them look how my drawings usually look, so I just went with a really simple style to make it kind of like if it was ever to be a comic or animation, where it could be easily translated to that. I'm not planning on making it into a comic or animation, but I did start thinking about if it was, what the story would be about, or what kind of crime they would be fighting. I couldn't decide if the monsters or whatever they were fighting would be like high blood sugar monsters or if it just be food anthropomorphized into weird creatures. It just, everything I thought of sounded really bizarre and weird, and I'm not sure if it would make a very good comic or anything. Like, here's our weird magical girls who pull out their insulin pen and stab themselves to transform. And then they're gonna go and fight giant slices of cakes with legs. That sounds like the kind of show you'd need to smoke something before watching. Or before even writing an episode about it. Jeez. It'd probably just end up like a generic magical girl series where they deal with friendship troubles while fighting crime. Maybe having a little bit of romance stuff on the side. I don't know. Fighting mashed potatoes by daylight, stabbing yourself with insulin by moonlight. I don't know. Their stupid legs. For some reason, I drew their legs kind of wonky, and then I noticed it, and it kind of bothered me, but I was feeling lazy and didn't really want to go back and try to fix it. But then later on, when I wasn't recording, it just drove me so insane. I went back and fixed 2 of them. And their legs look somewhat okay now, but still kind of weird. I went through and added shines on all of them, like on the lips and such, and every time I sat back and looked at it after adding the shininess, all I could think of was they looked too shiny. The lips were fine, but their skin, like their knees and such, looked too shiny. Like I should have dialed it back a little bit, maybe. I don't want the background to be just plain white because they all have quite a bit of white in their designs already. And then I also didn't want it to be one specific color from any of them, because then it draw too much attention to them. So I ended up doing yellow and white stripes, pulling your eye to the center. I thought that would work okay since it matched the center girl's hair and contrasted with the blue and orange. I think it turned out fine, I guess. And then I looked at their designs in grayscale and realized the blue and green one didn't have very much contrast, so they just looked like one solid gray blob, and went through and changed some of their colors to make it look a bit more contrasting. I don't think that's the right word, but you know. Well, that's the end. Happy Diabetic Diagnosis Anniversary to me. Happy Diabetes Day to y'all. Happy Diabetic Awareness Month to everyone. That's the end. Have fun.